Hey Swifties, it's Rachel. So today I'm going to be doing my top 13 favorite Taylor on tour memories, things that stood out to me, like when I saw her live. And so yeah, I wrote some of my favorite moments down. Honestly, all my favorite moments, they're all my favorite moments, but I had to narrow them down. So let's get started. For the Speak Now World Tour, we went out to dinner at this Irish pub. It wasn't like a pub, you know what I'm talking about. It was the only restaurant near our hotel that we weren't scared of in Philly. And I was freaking out so bad because my dad was talking to the waitress and he was like, "Yeah, we're going to see Taylor Swift," and it was before the concert. And my dad makes me eat before concerts and it just stresses me out because I'm like, "But I can't do this." And anyways, so I went in the bathroom and I absolutely freaked out. Our table was by the bathroom. I went in the bathroom. I was just like, "Ah!" And I freaked out in the bathroom. And that just stood out to me because it was my first time seeing Taylor and, just all that. So then my second favorite memory from Speak Now is screaming with this girl when a CoverGirl commercial came on. It was the pre show entertainment, and we were like, "Ah!" And this girl behind me, and they were like, "Taylor's not even on yet." And we were like, "We know." Yeah. So anyways, then I lost my voice at the Speak Now World Tour. I've lost my voice every time I've gone to see Taylor. But this was funny because it was the first time, and this lady told my grandma, she was like, "Oh, Rachel, I mean, she's not going to have a voice tomorrow, is she?" And then we walked out, and I was like, "Yeah, that was so great." And, I couldn't talk and all, so, oh my god, feels. In B stage, I was screaming, and I screamed, "I love you, Taylor," and she kind of, looked up, because she had, the rotating tree, and, she looked up a little bit, and my dad was like, "I think she heard you," because, we were way up in, the 400 section at Lincoln Financial Field, where I first saw Taylor. This is all Speak Now, by the way. And, she looked up, and I remember my dad was like, "I think she heard you." She might, it might have just been, my dad, giving me encouragement, because, it was my first Taylor show. But anyways, he said that, and I remember everything, and I remember also asking him if we needed to know the words when she did her B stage, surprise songs, because, in Philly, she did Who Knew by Pink and Unpretty by TLC, and I was like, "Do we need to know these words?" Because, I knew all of Taylor's words, and I was like, "I don't think these are Taylor songs." It was funny. Okay, so then the Red Tour. This was in Columbia, South Carolina, and I just remember standing in the cold for 2 hours, maybe. This was when she lost Meredith, so we had to stand outside the arena a little bit longer, because people from meet and greets and stuff had come out, and I think that was the night she lost Meredith. Anyways, and I made my dad leave super early for the concert from my grandparents' house, and we were just standing there. I remember my dad was sleeping in the car, and I was like, "So, we're gonna go in," and now he's like, "There's a line outside the door." I'm like, "Let's go stand there." So we did. And then I remember her coming out during State of Grace, and I was shaking so hard that I legit was crying, and I could not keep the camera still. I was like, "Ah!" And that was just one of my favorite memories, because just the rush of when Taylor comes out is oh my god, it's my favorite thing ever. And when she came to B stage, I just remember her being incredibly close to me, and just, it was so my idol's right there. It was the closest I've ever been to her, and I was like, "Oh my god," when she sang Forever and Always, I was like, "Bae," and yeah. I'm sorry if I sound really congested, because I am, because allergy season. Then during her secret song in Forever and Always, I remember her looking exactly in my direction. She did do a little wave like this. I'm not gonna say it was directly to me. I used to tell everybody that, but I don't think, it could have just been to my section, but I was jumping up and down, you know, like that. So it might have been to me, but, you know, it might have been just to my section. But she did wave, and she was, like, focusing in that direction. And it was just, like, a bonding moment. Like, oh, my God, she's right there. And then during We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together, she was like, Columbia, South Carolina, I've had so much fun with you. Can you please sing really loud for me? And I was like, we are never, ever. I mean, I legit was, like, screaming the loudest possible ever. Oh no. Oh, I thought my mom was here. LOL. And then I remember, this was in DC. And I remember waiting for Taylor to come on and seeing her in the very right corner of, like, the very, very right corner of the stage. And her going like this with her hair, like pulling it all to the front. And then she put on her hat. And she walked to the stage, like, I saw her, like, shadow. I was like, no, I did not just see that. And that was just, like, a moment I couldn't capture on camera quick enough. But it was, like, one of my favorite moments. And I remember just honestly during the Lucky one, just, like, listening to her speech. Like, you know, when I saw it the first time, you know, I was, like, you know, just, like, really, but, like, my friend, she was like, I want to listen to the speech. I keep hearing my mom, or, like, I think I hear my mom. But it turned out to be just trees. When the sun came up, you were looking at me. Out of the Woods reference. Anyways, and then, so my friend was like, we need to listen to the Lucky One speech. And I remember we did. And it was just so, like, beautiful and, like... And then I got to hear Never Grow Up at B stage, and it was, like, such a sincere moment. I was there with my dad and my friend's mom and my friend, and we were just, like, all just really, it was, like, sincere. It was, like, never grow up and never, like, hearing that live made me realize just, like, never forget the little moments. And, like, these might be little moments, like, and you know what I'm talking about, like, to some people that I'm talking about here. But honestly, like, there's some of my favorite, just, like, listening to her talk and waiting for her to come out. Those are, like, some of my favorite moments, you know, because it's just, like, the anticipation and all. But Never Grow Up, I'm so blessed that I got to hear that live. And then the funniest thing that's ever happened. When her guitar was out of tune in DC, she was at B stage. And she was getting ready to play, like, the secret song for the night, which was Never Grow Up. And she was like, my guitar's out of tune, and I'll try to play with it. And then she was, oh my God. And it's still not my mom. Rachel is paranoid, apparently. So she was about to play with it, and she was like, yeah, can I have a new one? And then when she got the new one, like, right before she started playing with it, this guy, like, 2 rows down from me, he screamed at the top of his lungs. He was like, you can play, he was like, you can strum me, Taylor. And I was like, my friend and I were like, did you hear that? And we were laughing so hard. Like, it was just, like, a funny moment. And Taylor kind of looked up, and it was just so funny. Like, I think only the people in our section knew what happened, but we were, like, laughing, and it was just, I was like, oh my God. And my friend and I were like, did you hear that? We were, like, falling on each other. Oh my God. I just thought that was funny. And I've never really shared that to you guys with you. So, yeah. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I love you guys, and put video requests below, please. I am planning to do 1989 world tour videos, like my outfit and, like, what I'm bringing and stuff, you know, when time gets closer to DC and Glendale, and I'm so excited. And I love you guys, and shake off those haters, and remember, school's almost out, so thank the Lord for that. And I love you guys, and stay fearless, and I love you, and so does Taylor. Bye guys, love you.